first. Representing the Landed Gentry, this is Plan C, Conor Renshaw.
The Macam cyborg himself, Conor Renshaw.
If Conor Renshaw's the Landed Gentry's Plan C, what was their Plan A and Plan B?
Macam cyborg here at the Riverside.
And his opponents.
Hey, we're in for a treat now, boys.
Sugary treat.
Talk about charisma. Get him going, Shug. You gotta smile. You gotta smile, Matthew. Get moving. Oh, we're loving it.
I'm very happy to be commentating at Captain Crunk himself, Sugar Dunkerton, making his North Wrestling debut. Sugar Dunkerton, who's been wrestling in America longer than Mr. Conor Renshaw has been alive. And I'm here, Jordan, I know you've got some things to say about this man.
Look, American made, American created, British made. I finally got it out, but he's bleeding charisma. I'm going to be on the shelf for a while, but if there's someone at North that can take the place that I held for so long, it's Sugar Dunkerton. 15 years of experience, and he loves to have a good time, but don't take his fun-loving quality for a weakness, because Sugar Dunkerton is one of the most competitive, one of the most technically sound wrestlers that this country has ever seen, and he's not even from this country.
You know what? They love him so much in this country that he has made the UK his second home. He has fallen in love with the UK style of wrestling. He is here now more than he is back in the US, and I'm perfectly happy with that.
Yep, I spent a lot of time with Sugar Dunkerton. I've spent some time in the ring with Sugar Dunkerton as well, and the passion and the charisma that oozes from this man's pores is infectious. And he'll have a good job infecting anything into old Conor Renshaw. Just a little word about Conor Renshaw as well. He's former NGW, or maybe even current NGW Proving Ground champion. Built like a brick shithouse, trained by Rampage Brown.
Aye, but we have to say emphasis on the shithouse aspect of that, because he is affiliated with the Landed Gentry. But being affiliated with them, he has a winning streak here so far. Thanks to him, they were victorious against More Than Hype, which I'm still scratching the heat at, and he was able to qualify for the North Wrestling title scramble on who's here.
And not just qualify, he pinned Gabriel Kidd and he pinned Jack Jester in that match.
And he knocked 10 bells out of me as well. I don't know how I got
Certainly did. Didn't want to remind you.
I mean, we didn't want to bring it up, man. He is a big boss.
See, this is...
Oh, but speaking of big, look at Sugar Dunkerton with...
It's a contrast of styles here, because Sugar Dunkerton is someone that wrestles purely with his heart. You got Conor Renshaw, who has removed any semblance of emotion and just wrestles purely. He's like a computer. He's like a Terminator, man.
He's been like that since birth.
Oh my God, it's like a brick wall.
Well, we can tell. Well, right now we can tell. We can see whose strategy is working and whose isn't. Shug Deezy, we're gonna have to pull something out of the hat here.
It's been a breakout year so far for Conor Renshaw here in North Wrestling. A lot of people are saying this is going to be the guy that is going to lead the second wave of North Wrestling. I know.
And Tom, do you know what? And again, sorry, Matthew, I know you might disagree with it, but the second wave that you talk about, there is a wealth of talent, a wealth of new talent that is coming through the Northeast. And Conor Renshaw is on top of that list of talent.
Will not take it.
I don't know. Wait, does Conor Renshaw even get angry? Does he have him up?
Conor Renshaw feels nothing.
I mean,
He doesn't get angry or mad, he just gets white lightning.
well,
Oh, arm drag.
that's going to work there.
Conor Renshaw, click and undo.
Control Alt Delete from Conor Renshaw.
My God, the power of Conor Renshaw, who has barely moved an inch in this match.
Well, you see the North Wrestling emblem in the middle of the ring. Conor Renshaw has been stood within the bounds of that, and it's been Sugar Dunkerton that's been having to roam around him, trying to create an opening from somewhere.
Looks like Christian might try and fight one of the lions in Roman times. And we'd like to point out that brand new spanking logo that they're both wrestling on right now. Thank you, North Faithful, for putting your money in, getting your names on the outside. Oh.
Beautiful escape.
How did he do it?
Shades of Johnny Sick. Conor Renshaw having a bit
Conor, look how tight headlock he's got on.
of a malfunction. Bit of a virus.
Error.
Error 404 there.
Opponent not found. Oh, swing and a miss.
Shugsy rolling.
I think Shugsy might have found a way to get on top of Conor Renshaw here.
I mean, Conor calls himself Plan C, but Sugar's got a Plan A, B, C, D, E, F.
There's a little caution hold there from Sugar Dunkerton.
So he's got the benefit of having experience from Mike Quackenbush, Chris Hero. Oh, Sexy Eddie, as you can see by that. Andrew Bowers taught him that, that's right, yes.
Hours upon hours.
Oh, hours.
Bowers footage.
Hours of Bowers.
From World of Sport.
I saw that film too.
I do feel like Sugar Dunkerton may have Conor Renshaw's number here. He may have figured out that.
I think he's trying to find it. Might be trying to cough it up. Oh, Conor Renshaw
love him, though.
is just stoic.
Loves him. They all love him. Sugar Dunkerton, man.
You're right, he's just a Brit with the wrong passport.
And no accent. Oh. He just trapped his arm there. He's trapped the arm there.
Beautifully sucking him in there, pointing at his head because he's smart like a wrestler.
Got the knuckle lock on.
Fueled by the fans of us. Oh!
He has no clue. He's on glue, that lad.
Does Conor Renshaw have moves like Jagger?
Oh!
Maybe moves like Swagger. Dropping Sugar on his...
He's got no.
Rhythm for 30 seconds, and this is what you do with it.
On Sugar. Really keeping Conor guessing.
He's taking him off his feet for the first time.
And look at this. Renshaw immediately back up and back down again.
It's the Chikara influence making its way in the match now. Oh, speaking of which, who would be seeing? The legendary Sword in the Stone. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember the real name. I'll make it up because you don't know either.
We may need to reboot Conor Renshaw.
Stop it.
Restart, reboot. I mean,
Relax.
he's having a think. Probably whether he wants chicken nuggets or chicken strips.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Are you able to get out? Oh, you don't talk. Okay. Grunt twice if you can't get out. I can let you out. Just grunt twice. I need consent. You can't count to two.
God, well done, that lad.
All right, I'm gonna let you
Computer
out of
says
this.
no.
I'm gonna warn you now. You're not gonna like it.
Oh,
Hey,
is it the Bishop Brennan special?
looking for that
Oh, he's charging it up.
USB port.
He did
I think he fought. Ooh. Renshaw's not happy with this. He's taking it to heart.
It's taking it somewhere.
To heart.
Oh, he's got a bread basket, but he hasn't got a heart.
Sugar Dunkerton maybe about to get a checkup from the neck up if Conor Renshaw turns him round.
He's hoping it's the ref. He knows it isn't.
He's cocked up, hasn't he? Oh.
Whoa. Big lad to be leapfrogging.
That's for making me almost trip.
Good save.
Oh, no. Oh, he's done for. He's done for.
Oh.
There's a power slam.
Eerily similar to a tour of the islands. 2.5 count only by Conor Renshaw.
Notice Conor Renshaw's facial expression does not change.
It's like a Hasbro figure.
It's like he's not human.
That's what we say about the woman. My dad says that about the Mackhams and people from Ashington.
The Mackham cyborg choking Sugar Dunkerton in the corner. This has got to be one of the more peculiar matches Sugar Dunkerton's had. And this is Sugar Dunkerton, who only a week before this was in a zombie lumberjack match.
As you do. Oh, clothesline there. But Conor Renshaw's a lad. He can demolish things quick. Oh, wait, one. I can demolish things quicker than a pasty in a microwave. However, he knows that Sugar Dunkerton has so much experience and has so much experience from so many different wrestlers across the world. He doesn't want to get self-confident and start demolishing things. So he's taking his time here.
You cannot learn knowledge of 15 years pumping iron in the gym. That'll get you stronger, it won't get you smarter.
Well, that's it. And like someone like Conor Renshaw as well, we'll talk about how he's very straight-laced and does not fight with emotions. But when it comes to having a big head, I think there's none of that in Conor Renshaw, and that's something that Trainery Rampage Brown will knock out of you. Because if there was any of that in Conor Renshaw, it'd have been smacked right out of him.
Double nerve hold here. With both shoulders. But no, power of the people. It's like John Lennon sung about.
The North Faithful coming alive for Sugar Dunkerton, making his debut tonight.
Oh, and he's going with a throw all the way to the mat.
Sugar Dunkerton, we've seen a little bit of it, but not as much as I'd like to see Sugar Dunkerton call upon his boxing experience. We might see some of it now. Very avid, very talented boxer is Sugar Dunkerton.
Certainly felt that. Oh,
looking to make Conor Renshaw his own personal glass Joe. It hasn't happened yet.
The leg strength of Conor Renshaw there.
Wobbling. Oh, you hate to see it.
Maybe he has found a place where Conor Renshaw feels pain.
We all feel pain there. No matter, I don't care whether you're a cyborg, whether you're a human, whether you're from off of Avatar, you will feel pain there.
And because he didn't know it was coming, Jumping John cannot disqualify, because that's a disqualification. But what's Jumping John going to disqualify him for? Getting knocked out from the buckle and landing in that area?
John being very liberal with a shot to the Liberals.
Disqualify him.
Jumping John is doing a very good job of officiating this match all evening. He was on that, like, tiffin on an old woman's table. Oh, there's that like experience.
That boxing experience you talked about, Amir.
Getting air on there with a baseball, that.
Another headbutt off them tonight. Take a shot for those watching at home.
Might have hit his motherboard there, taking a bit of damage himself.
Oh, that devastating bicycle kick by Conor Renshaw.
Still alive there, Shug.
And it's not a bicycle kick, it's a motorcycle kick, because that's what Arnie drove in Terminator 2.
That is the face of Conor Renshaw you saw right there. No, knowing that move hadn't terminated Sugar Dunkerton. Oh, this chokeslam might do it, though. We've seen this.
Looking for that C-bomb.
C stands for Conor, so get your mind out the gutter. Oh. On the foot.
He wasn't. I mean, he's one of them as well a little bit.
Oh! Devastating. Big right by Sugar.
Ken Griffey Jr. Only baseball player I know.
Is Dunkerton about to knock it out of the park?
Oh, another one. Ken Griffey Sr. It's his dad.
He's feeling it.
Swing away, Dunkerton! Swing away! The North Faithful coming alive for Sugar! Oh, honey!
Whoa!
No. And the Landed Gentry, obviously affiliated with Conor Renshaw.
No, not like this.
Big choke slam from Renshaw!
No. Little Benji Zeo Knox.
Conor Renshaw just picked up a huge win over Sugar Dunkerton. And the Landed Gentry, no doubt, in their pump about this one.
Not like that. Not like Sugar Dunkerton was rolling. He was rolling looking for his maiden win at North Wrestling, but that little shit. Oh, Benji. Who gave him a Muscle Move sponsorship?
Who let him out for the night?
The Landed Gentry never met a match they didn't ruin. And what, are they staying?
What's he going to do? Jumping John, get in between that.
Oh, this is
3-on-1 mugging of Sugar Dunkerton now. Wait, look at this!
Whoa!
It's Boris Koslov! It's Gia Adams!
Oh, there's a clothesline there.
I'm sorry to see these two.
Well, we were set to see.
Oh, double clothesline to the big one.
Oh my God, Conor still on his feet!
Quick, Grandad, get him.
We were set to see Gia Adams and Boris Koslov take on the Landed Gentry. Oh, honey!
Sugar Dunkerton with the last ounce of energy that he had left.
And Sugar takes Conor out of the ring.
And he's taking him to the back.
I've just seen an official into the ring as well. I think we were scheduled to have Benji and Zeo versus Boris and Gia.
Oh, they're not have it now.
We're having it now.
Oh, all right then.
To go. Oh, spear, shoulder tackle. Starting hot as a bell rung. Richie Swift.
Bell sounds, away we go.
Oh, it's a match.
Richie Swift, get some control, lad.
I was going to say, all wrestlers in at the same time, but he's learning. Oh, there we go. Hey, leg day.
Double Cossack leg drop from Boris Koslov and Gia Adams. These two formed a very unorthodox tag team last time we were together here at North. And we're seeing it again, and there is the official bell.
There's the bell now, the match is started.
Oh, a proper bell. No, the one was just a cardio bell. This is the proper bell.
No breaks. There, no rest for the wicked. We're going from one match to another.
Not about the wicked, not about the WKD. It's all about the vodka. Boris Koslov, the Russian wrecking ball.
Tom, that's what your first Oscar will be for that.
Segway of the day, son.
For services to wrestling, the NBA.
Gia Adams, who has been a force in women's wrestling here in the Northeast for quite some time. We're very proud to have her part of North Wrestling now as well.
That's right, from the mean streets of Washington, which coincidentally, Zeo Knox from the mean streets of, Jesmond. Jesmond.
There is at least one rough street in Jesmond. I think there used to be a Waitrose and it's shut.
A little bit of double action there. Richie Swift, not bothering, making the count.
Double elbow.
Well, there we go. Gia Adams, you can put her up against any of the guys as well. Like, she'll match them.
She don't care who is in front of her. She is going to take them out.
Benji in his standard little shit ways.
Gia doesn't care if it's a man, a woman, two men, two women, or a really big fat guy. She'll take them all on.
She's up for a fight. Well, a little word about Boris Koslov. Little history on Boris Koslov. Boris Koslov, a lot of people might not know, has been around the British wrestling scene for a very, very long time. I don't know if he'd be comfortable with most people knowing where he's come from.
Well, his KGB background is still confidential, but
very thunderous individual.
Russian leg sweep there. That'll be miscalling, but I wanted to call it.
We do think it's strange how
Leeds.
Yeah, we do think it's strange how the Boris bus starts at Leeds. We just thought the flights were cheap.
Oh wait, what's he doing with that?
Vodka-powered Russian wrecking ball, bringing the good stuff.
Boris Koslov looks very similar to his, what can only assume is his twin brother, JC Thunder. Oh,
heard a lot about JC Thunder.
I'm getting a text from the Kremlin saying
we're talking of similarities as well. We're talking about Boris Koslov, and I don't.
I'm just going to say what was on. All right, vodka's there, so I carry on.
We're talking about similarities and such. With Boris and Gia Adams, although there's nothing they've got in common in terms of presence, in terms of background, the one thing they have got in common is the Northeast have absolutely fallen in love with them as of late.
And we all love the Boris bus. And like that's the great thing about Boris Koslov. Wherever he goes, like he'll always garner support. He'll always have people behind him enough to drop whatever it was that they were doing in Leeds or Manchester or wherever they were coming from, packing into a bus and getting into Newcastle for a great night out.
And he has got the support of the fans. However, his win-loss record isn't as impressive as some of this much fan support would be, and actually became the reason for HT Drake turning as he did. The fact that he did not respect Boris Koslov, though it would be an easy win, and whether Boris is one of his rare victories was against HT Drake. So, it's been a neck breaker there.
Neck break
by
from
Benji.
Benji.
Benji doing well after not doing very well last time during the Battle Royal to qualify.
It was a tough night last time we were here for the Landed Gentry as they got the ire of debutant Super Benji. Sadly not with us tonight.
It's a shame, he's a lovely guy.
See, I like Super Benji.
Incredible.
I'm a big fan of Super Benji. He's very talented, upcoming individual in the north. Not even just in the northeast, like just in the British wrestling scene.
Yeah, and
get
you know when
people
there's
behind him, he's got real fight.
Right. And then you know
really deserves a Muscle Moose sponsorship.
You know, look, he was late for a show one time because he was helping an old biddy across the road.
You know what I mean? Good heart, pure individual.
Anyway,
not Benji.
I was going to say, we're back in the ring.
Oh, Benji's a knacker.
Just a toss pod.
Bollocks to that guy, but I mean, annoyingly in control.
Here comes Boris now, the Russian wrecking ball.
Oh, there's a boot.
Jimmy Havoc was the CITV presenter. Oh, Torpedo Moscow off the top rope.
Russian missile taking out the Landed Gentry. And now Boris Koslov has got to make that white-hot tag to red-hot Gia Adams.
That's it. We'll have to talk about Jimmy. Jimmy Havoc and CBBC later on. But here we go.
Because playtime's about to end.
Oh, no. Zeo Knox.
Zeo Knox
Not
just
having any of it.
stopping the tag from Gia Adams.
Who trims his tash? Oh, flying knee from Benji.
The bastard.
That may do it. That may be just about enough to finish off Koslov. 2.5.
Good ring sense, though. Dragging him all the way out of the ring. Making sure Gia Adams was going to do him running. Look at that extra second.
Good tag team wrestling, and also to back that up as well, cutting off the ring in half as well. That keeps Boris Koslov in the dangerous side of the ring where he's far away from making a tag. This is a small ring, so it's real easy to reach across and make a tag. So it's a very smart work from Zeo Knox and Benji, as much as it can to say.
I think if two words were to describe the Landed Gentry, it would be annoyingly good.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
there
can think
are
of a few others, but those are two good ones, yeah.
Big slam by Zeo Knox.
And Boris got the issue of having to go back to the Kremlin to say that he lost this match. But even worse than that, Gia Adams had to go back to Rampage Brown to say she lost the match. So lots of motivation there. And what are ye doing, Benji?
Martin Kirby is spinning in his grave and he's not even dead. But watching that might want to make him kill himself. I'm sorry, Curbs, but what the...
Benji killed himself there, missed with that splash, and now Boris!
And now the crowd's silent, having a 10-second moment of silence for Martin Kirby's career. Tag to Zeo Knox.
For all he's done for you... Yumi!
The DMs are lit. Not as lit as Gia Adams coming in now.
Gia Adams is lit AF in the middle of the riverside!
The pride of Washington, join a killer instinct against two of the Wazzocks.
And the Landed Gentry terrified by the spooky Susan of the Northeast!
Oh, she's in control. She's rolling.
And
Oh, double splash.
Look at that
Firewoman's carry.
Hey. Going Benji around like it's the Benji action figure.
Did one Richie Swift as well.
Oh my God!
Did not see that coming.
Let's see if we get this right. That was a DVD DDT.
Incredible.
OMG, 1, 2, 3! No. Gia Adams establishing dominance against the Landed Gentry. And Benji's begging off.
She's not having none of it. She's smart to that.
Benji is on the receiving end of Gia Adams right now.
Oh, locked it.
Oh, big right hand from Zeo.
Still on her feet, though. Still on her feet. Oh, maybe not for much longer, though.
They call that the peerage. That might be enough to finish off.
Big move, but can...
Oh, Spinebuster. Was that two?
It was only two. I think the crowd, it's done. Might make sure if that was the end of the match or not, but it was only two, ladies and gentlemen. And now Boris using his time to have some vodka.
Channeling his inner Daniel Bryan.
That's how they do in Russia, I'm sorry. And now, where's that vodka Gannon? Oh, nowhere. Oh, it's like Deliverance. I meant the dueling banjos bit, not the other bit. I'm sorry, lads.
Swap out the banjos for the booze.
They didn't come out right. And neither is this vodka.
That's a line from Deliverance too.
Richie Swift, get some control.
Yeah, Richie Swift lost all order here.
Swifty, have a drink, mate.
Oh, he's been bribed.
If it's legal.
Oh, wait a minute. Schoolboys by the schoolboys.
Who's legal?
Oh, only 2. A double 2.
I mean, I don't know. It depends who's legal, really. But here we go. Power slams.
From Russia with love. Double from Russia with love.
And that is the best Bond film. So that's got to be the end, surely.
Russian-style camel clutches.
Breaking the back, making them humble. No, the both of them are blocked.
And Benji's tapping out.
Yeah, but is he? Because he's illegal.
They are.
They're both tapping.
Illegal. Well, I mean, they're both tapped out, so one of them must. Either way.
Gia Adams and Boris Koslov.
Well, the important thing is, we were paying attention to that match, and a well-deserved win for Boris Koslov and Gia Adams, fueled by vodka and our big brand.
They'll take it. They'll take it.
The greatest Russian-Washington connection on planet Earth right now. And the only one we're legally about to talk about, Boris Koslov and Gia Adams.
Stay impartial, Richie.
Oh, there we go. Match is over. He's got paid in rubles.
What the exchange rate is these days?
He owes him money afterwards.
Massive win for Boris
Richie
Koslov.
Swift had paid to ref as well.
Massive win for Boris Koslov and Gia Adams, establishing themselves as a force to be reckoned with here at North.
Hey, well, if there was a tag team title, well, if we had tag team titles at North, well, you could put this intergender team right in line for one.
We haven't got tag titles, but what we have got is a North Championship. There is only one, and it is on the line in our main event in moments. TK Cooper and Rory Coyle fight for the #1 spot in North Wrestling next at NCL.